How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. So in this video, like you all saw in the title, we're going to be breaking down 3 stocks that I'm watching right now like an absolute madman that I believe are on the verge of explosion. And pretty much all of these stocks have done well in the past couple of days, but I think there is more upside in all of them. So if you guys find value, hit the like button, subscribe, go down below, snag up your $50 from M1 Finance free of charge, your 2 stocks from Webull, and you guys could check out my Patreon if you're interested. Again, all of those are linked down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the markets, you guys know this. Come on, the markets have been on a roll. SPY and QQQ, both of these hit all-time highs today. You guys can see here, SPY hit $453.07. That was a couple hours ago at about 11:15 a.m. here on the East Coast. That was an all-time high. And QQQ hit an all-time high just 10 minutes ago. No joke, at $380.47. So with the stock market at all-time highs, you bet your you-know-what, a lot of individual stocks are doing very well. And like I said, these 3, I believe there's more upside, even though they've been doing well the past couple of weeks. So let's get into it. Stock number 1, which is doing very well today. It's at the top of my watch list in terms of how well it's doing today. It is AMC. You guys know AMC. Come on, who doesn't know AMC? It's currently up 10%, up over $4 per share, and we're noticing a very bullish move today. You know, we held a higher low at about $40 pre-market, and we saw a huge rip as the market was getting close to opening, and at market open from $40 to $41, $42, and again, now we're almost at $45 per share. You know, this thing, and once the market opened, this thing took off. This is very bullish, again, because we held a higher low at the, uptrend test here, and now we're about to test 45.46, which is such a big level, considering if we pull back on AMC here on the 4-hour chart, this point, 45.46, we failed there in the end of July, and it's on, I believe it was on the 21st, to be exact, 21st of July. So I'm thinking, and mind you, we're seeing an ascending triangle as well. We're making higher lows into that 46 level of resistance, 45.46. So I believe if we take 45.46 out, which I got to put my alert back there, I'll probably put it at about 45.50. If this point breaks, I'm thinking AMC goes up to at least $48. And $48 is where it was 5 calendar days ago, meaning there could be about $3 more upside in the worst case scenario. Well, no, that's not true. Worst case scenario, it collapses. But let's just say it does what I think it's going to do. The minimum case, you guys know what I mean. We could get $3, 5-6% if it gets up to $48. And I believe we might plow right through 48. Again, you saw in the title, explosion coming. You know, the dramatic title. I think 48, we could break past that. And the point after that I'm looking at is $50 per share, which was the high point from the beginning of July, followed by $54, $55 per share. And if that were to break, now we're talking a big move back up to $60 per share. And I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to get your hopes up because, again, nothing's guaranteed. For all we know, this could collapse. Very possible. Things have gone the opposite of what I said before. It happens all the time. I mean, come on. Nobody knows what the heck the stock market's going to do, but I'm confident that AMC is getting ready for another rip here. Gamestop as well, but we're not going to mention Gamestop in this video. I don't have it on the list, but Gamestop as well. You know, I might as well throw it in. If Gamestop takes out, let's say 220, 225, and we're also noticing a bit of an ascending triangle here on Gamestop, this thing could see a huge leg up. 250, 275, 300. I don't know where it's going to go, but these are very possible price targets for a stock like GameStop, and 55, 60 for a stock like AMC. It's just the reality of the matter here with how hype these momentum stocks going to get. I mean, they are momentum stocks at the end of the day, right, guys? So we also have Netflix here, which if you all were watching my videos a couple weeks ago, we called out Netflix at 520, and I'm kicking myself a little bit, I'll be honest, for not picking up that trade there because, again, I did call it out after all. And now fast forward a little bit, it went from 520 to 560. It filled the gap towards the top of the wedge, and with today's move up $6, up over 1%. We are now breaking out of the wedge. We're breaking out of the resistance point of 560 where we've struggled ever since February, guys. I mean, believe it or not, Netflix is now at a 7-month high, which is awesome, at least if you're in the stock, which, again, I'm not in the stock. But if you're in the stock, this is great. This means that we could have more upside, again, because we're taking out the wedge and the high points from the past 7 months, 6-7 months. So what is the next target for Netflix here? Well, it's probably the all-time high, right around 590. If it breaks that point, maybe we go 600. And if you pop up the 3-year chart, Netflix has been consolidating, believe it or not here, guys, for over a year. You know, look at this chart. Back in July 2020, Netflix was hovering at about 570, with that being the main resistance, with support being at about 470. So it was trading within this 100-point window, and you guys could probably see it a little bit more, or rather clearer, if I just draw the channel here for myself. So keep your eyes on this chart. Look at that. Top support, or rather top line resistance at about 570, support at about 460, 470. So we've been consolidating for over a year. I think it's time for us to break out of here. I could be wrong. We could get rejected again. We could be going back to the high 400s. Very possible. But we have to be ready for a break above $570. So I'm going to put my alert right at 570. Mark is at or above. Create that. Perfect. And if we take that point out, we're probably going 590, 600, guys. Very, very possible. So I'm keeping my eyes on Netflix as well for a further breakout. And the third stock, you're probably tired of hearing about it, but we're going to talk about it. It's Tattooed Chef, ticker symbol TTCF. They had a pretty decent earnings report this past quarter. They did lose 76 cents per share, but if you guys looked at their report, it's because of a one-off acquisition, right? When companies make acquisitions, right, it hurts their EPS for the quarter. That's just the truth. But it's an investment for the long-term growth of the company. So it looks like investors, traders, they understood that. Initially, though, they didn't. I mean, they probably did, but the stock dropped initially, if you guys remember, to about 15. And if you bought that dip, you're looking golden because the stock's now at almost 21. So it's rebounded a good 25% since the earnings report, and now we're trading above both moving averages, and we're trying, this one's not as, I'd say, bullish as Netflix, but we're trying to get to that same point in terms of as bullish as Netflix, because we're slowly, again, moving above the moving averages. That's very obvious, but we're now trying to break out of the top trend line resistance, which is right here. And we're technically still at a lower high at about $21 per share. So if we take out, let's say hypothetically, $21.50 to about $22 per share on Tattooed Chef, which is where we struggled back in the beginning of August, also back in the end of June, early July. If we break this 21.50, 22 level, I'm thinking Tattooed Chef, I don't want to get ahead, ahead of myself, but I believe this thing breaks out. Finally to the mid-20s, high 20s. It's been too long. I mean, this thing's been doing its thing, bouncing around 15, 22, 23 bucks for months now. It is time for us to see some direction to the upside. So I'm waiting for it, and I'm not getting my hopes too high. That's the thing. With the stock market, this is the thing, guys. You can't trade based on what you want, your hopes. You can't get your hopes too high for a stock because then it's going to destroy you if it doesn't go your way. So you have to set your targets. You have to look at your technicals and understand what could happen, and you have to understand all scenarios, and you have to be ready for all scenarios because, again, I'm ready for it to break out, but I'm also ready for it to go back to 15, and I wouldn't mind it to go back to 15. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. So overall, those are 3 stocks, well, 4 stocks if you're including GameStop, that I'm personally looking at right now that are on the verge of explosion, some more than others. We have, like I showed you, AMC, Netflix, GameStop. Those are looking a little bit better than Tattooed Chef, but Tattooed Chef is well on its way. So I'd love to know your thoughts. Drop me a comment down below. If you all enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe, get your $50 from M1 Finance, your 2 stocks from Webull. Those are free, link down below. And you guys could check out my Patreon. If you sign up today, you will be charged today and on the 1st of September. So I will refund you for your payment today. That is guaranteed. I will refund you so you're not double charged, and you get all my buys, my sells, my call outs, profits, option trades, whatever the heck I'm doing. All of that's on Patreon, plus a morning update video, plus access to me via the DM throughout the day. All of that's on Patreon, link down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Peace out.